Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to BreadBrothers. We're back again, guys, and we're here with a young talent artist called Nick Baran. I want to know exactly everything about him. Let's see what he has to say. Go for it, Nick. How you doing, man?
Hey man, I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Good,
So
good.
my name's Nick. Obviously, thank you for the introduction. I'm from Virginia in the United States. I'm 18 years old, currently in high school, graduating this year. And I'm a 3D designer who enjoys creating characters and a bunch of my favorite artists and stuff like that. Yeah, so I guess we could just jump right into it, really.
Yeah, Nick. I actually came across your art design when you did the Mac Miller, and I just wanted to know what made you inspired to do that piece.
Yeah, so Mac Miller is one of my favorite artists, musicians. And I started up a series probably a few months ago where I do the evolution of artists. So I create like 3 to 4 different variations of the style and how they looked when they made a certain album. So in Mac's case, I made 4 of his eras, I guess you could call them,
Yeah.
and then gave him different clothing, made him hold up like the album cover of that time. And so, yeah, he's one of my favorite artists, and I thought it would be cool to make an evolution piece. In the past, I've done people like Kanye. I've done an
Yeah.
X piece. I love the evolution pieces. They're some of my favorite
I'm just
ones. So
bringing it. I'm just bringing it up, Nick. It looks pretty cool, man. I absolutely love this piece that you did here. This is the Mac Miller
thank you.
piece, guys. You know what I mean? It really stood out for me. Rest in peace, Mac Miller. It's unfortunate we lost him, but I guess this is a great way of showing gratitude to him as well, man. Just a
hmm
remembrance.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, he's one of my favorite for sure.
so I want to touch base on this specific art here, Nick. How long does it take you, man, to do these things?
So usually it takes anywhere from like a few days to a week and a
Really?
half at most. Obviously that's not like total work time, but I go a few days on planning, and then we'll start making characters and then doing clothes, and it's a little bit of a process. But for the evolution one specifically, they can take probably like a week on average,
Yeah.
just because
Wow.
there's so much variation, and towards the end the scenes start to get a little bit laggy, so that also takes some time away. But yeah.
Because me, just to give you a bit of a personal background here, Nick, I did a bit of After Effects and used a bit of Blender. And, for a noob like myself, it took so long to just put anything together. So I can't imagine what the amount of detailing that needs to be done with this.
It's a lot, but like honestly, when I started in Blender and stuff like that around like a year or 2 years ago, I
Yeah.
like struggled making little things, and now it's like kind of crazy to move to stuff like that. But it's a lot of fun, and I really enjoy doing character art, and especially the evolution series, some of my favorite work.
That's epic. And this is your Kanye West. I absolutely love this too, man.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. This is probably my favorite piece I've ever made, actually.
Yeah, I can really feel the love in this piece, man. I can see the colors, the details as well. Don't take me wrong, I absolutely love your Mac Miller too, but this, I'm a Kanye West fan, and this is just dope, man. There's nothing to be said.
Thank you, man. Yeah. Kanye is one of my favorite artists. And like making this the whole time throughout, I was just like, I had a vision, and it really came to life. And I'm really happy about this one for sure.
That's pretty epic. Are these actually his clothing that you see? Like, are you getting these ideas like, from pictures, or are you actually just imagining it all in your head, what you envision?
Yeah. So actually, most of these are all of the 4 of these are pictures. So like
Okay.
in the first one, during the graduation album era, I found a picture of him and he was wearing that sweater. So I got the graphic off of it, and like that's like kind of the whole outfit. In the second
Awesome.
one, obviously the Heartless, or the 808s and Heartbreak cover. That's like kind of the outfit he's wearing in there with the little cause figure in the back.
Yep, yep.
The Pablo one, I think that's just like he was having a concert and I saw him wearing that like it's pretty infamous sweatshirt graphic. And then obviously we all know the Donda, the weightlifting, the stream that he did. But yeah, I try to get them kind of realistic to what they actually wear in real life, and things that they wore during that era. So
No, that's really cool. So, Nick, in saying that, you said that you're in high school, you're about to graduate, dude. So, is this what you want to do for long term? Is this what you envision, like that you want to become like a digital artist out there, get there, or is there something else that you want to also study at the same time?
yeah, so I think I'm going to go to university and study something within business, while continuing my art, obviously.
Yeah.
And eventually I'd love to take the art to the next level and build something off of it, and make something bigger out of all of this, to take my art to the next level, kind of.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing. And I think that's a smart way of doing too. It's always good to have two approaches to everything that you do, man. So hands down for that. In saying that too, Nick, now I just want to get a bit, I know I'm coming back to the art, but I just absolutely love this piece, man.
Thank you.
So with all these pieces that you're doing, is there an artist or is there an actual company that you would love to work with?
Yeah. In terms of artists, there's a few. I'd love to work with Murakami one day, Takashi Murakami.
Oh
I
man, that's pretty
love,
cool.
yeah, everything that he makes is just a masterpiece. I love all of his stuff, and it inspires me. I don't know if there's any like hints in my work, but I think like I take a lot of inspiration from him. Also, I don't know if you guys know him, Defaced, Defaced Studios. He's like a vector artist that makes some
Yep.
really, really incredible art. I'd love to work with him one day. And then lastly, probably Yolmanova, who's like a 3D digital artist. I just love his work, and I think his inspiration really shines in my work. I've been inspired by him since day one.
That's amazing. And when did you come across him?
Probably, I actually knew about his work before I even got into 3D design, and I was just like a fan of it.
Yep.
And then once I hopped into doing 3D design, I was like, I'd love to try doing a style like his, or bringing aspects of his work into mine and trying to make something new out of it. So, yeah, I've known about him for a while now.
Because dude, you're like, don't take me wrong, you're 18. And when did you discover all this? Like, when did you discover that you can actually, draw, 3D design? And then, when did you find these even artists? Like when did this whole journey start for you?
Yeah. So probably around 2 or 3 years, I'd say it was 2 years ago. I was freelancing doing editing, because I used to enjoy like doing filmmaking and editing and everything like that. And I was getting a little bit bored with it. It got a little bit repetitive.
Okay.
And this was right around the time when COVID, everyone was like in lockdown and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I decided to download Blender just to give it a try and see what I could make. And like some of the first things I made, if you like scroll all the way down, you can kind of see
Sure.
like the progression and where I started. But pretty much I started in Blender just messing around, and I really enjoyed it. So I just spend my days working in Blender, following tutorials. A lot of this early work is just tutorial that I like modified.
Yep.
But that's how you learn. So yeah, I was having a lot of fun with it. Eventually I switched to Cinema 4D, and I entered the crypto space in February of 2021. And that's when things really took off.
It was
Because
revolutionary, wasn't it? It's just like,
it
nah,
really
man.
was. Yeah. I never thought there'd be anything like it. So
Yeah.
it was really crazy when I found out about the whole crypto scene. I was like, "Gee, this is insane." But yeah, I never thought I'd be here today. It's pretty wild.
That's amazing, man. That's it. This is your Murakami piece look
Yeah.
like?
Yeah. So that's the Murakami flower that I really liked, and I was just bored, so I just animated it. But like, yeah, that's like where some of the inspiration for Murakami comes in. I
That's
just love everything he makes. It's really cool.
No, it is, man. It is. This is your. It looks like Bart Simpson,
Yeah, so
but
that
a
was actually
different
a
take.
collaboration between three of my friends. This is actually how I entered the crypto space.
No
Um,
way.
yeah, funny story. So two of my friends, Caleb and Blizzy, uh, we all knew about the crypto scene, and we wanted to kind of enter with something. So we decided to collaborate on a piece.
Yep.
Um, and actually, originally, I don't even think we intended on listing this. We just made it for fun, and then we found out that we could sell it and share it with people. So we did, and it was just this is actually our first piece we ever sold. We made a collective, and this is really what got me into the scene. So it's really, this piece means a lot to me. But it wouldn't have been possible without the two other amazing artists. Caleb, he did like the whole sketch. So what you're seeing, we kind of based it off his sketch, and we brought it into 3D. And Caleb or Blizzy helps you model everything and do some of the environment work. And then there's actually an animated version
There's an
of
animated
this.
version.
I
Okay.
don't know if I posted it. Yeah, it's a really cool one, but
I,
it
I
definitely wouldn't have
absolutely
been
love it. So
possible
this
without them.
is it fair to say this is your Genesis piece, man?
Yeah, technically it is my Genesis piece. I guess if you're if you're referring to the collective.
So Nick, this piece, yeah, I'm I'm a big Simpsons fan, and this piece just really resonates with me. It really popped out, and that's why I said that, man, I need to talk to Nick about this. Like, what was running through your head? Are you guys Simpsons fans, or were you just guys just said, let's just do this?
Yeah, so we all loved Simpsons, but we also loved the idea of merging like pop culture artists and just some of our favorite artists with like popular TV shows that we used to watch. So I remember we were brainstorming for this piece and we considered doing like some Cartoon Network shows mixed with Juice World and something like that. But we
Yeah.
ultimately settled on Simpsons, and I'm glad we did because I think it came out really well. And I think it still looks like really cool. I don't know. I don't know
No,
how some of the
I
other
think it does.
cartoons
I
would have
think it
worked.
really does, man. I think it really
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, but we have like some other unreleased pieces where we combine other characters with some Cartoon Network characters and stuff like that, Adventure Time, stuff like that. But it's a lot of fun, and that's kind of where it all stems from. That whole concept of stemming two genres.
You got Martian here. You got from a bit of Pokemon here. You got a bit of Disney. So you can see that you're experimenting.
Yeah, definitely. I think like one thing with me, I like to switch it up and keep things fresh. So if you like scrolling through my page, I think there's like almost eras that you can go see I went through. Certain times where I was really enjoying a style and then I switched it up with something. You can see with that one, it was another collab with my friend Caleb, who's an amazing illustrator. But yeah, I just love to try new things. That's honestly what I get out of this.
Man, that's amazing, Nick. There's one piece that I really want to talk about, which is just it
Mhm.
just really done it for me, was this guy over here, right? Now,
Yeah.
the DeLorean is something that I absolutely love. But I also noticed, I don't know where I randomly came across this, but I believe this piece was playing in a background in a concert somewhere. Nick, do you want to talk about that a bit?
Yeah, so this is actually the second album cover I did for an artist named Sleepy Hollow. So pretty much I was contacted by the creative director for him, and they asked me if I wanted to create the album cover, and I was like, that'd be awesome. So we collaborated over like the next month to create this with their direction and stuff, and it came out just I love the final product. This is actually the second one. So if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see like we made a first version with this
Sure.
character, and that was the album cover, and then that second one is like the deluxe album cover.
So
I
there's two
believe
versions of it. Wow.
there are, yeah, and you can kind of see it's the same character. So that umbrella one right there,
Yeah.
that was the first one I made in June of last year, and then they came back to me and said we have to make like a deluxe album cover, which like more music, kind of like the upgraded version. I think we did it justice. I think the second one is definitely better than the first one.
Man, I
Um,
love these characters. It's so detailed, man. You even got like the tats and even like the necklace is so cool.
Thank you, man. Yeah, these are a lot of fun. I enjoy putting detail into my pieces. But just to touch on that second album cover,
Yeah.
I was at an event, a concert, and the musician was playing out there. And up on the screen they had the album cover, like the animated version of it, and that was just
Yeah.
like surreal to me because it was a crowd of thousands of people looking at my art, and I was just like, that was like the first moment where I was like, wow, that is crazy. I've never had anything like that. It was really an amazing experience.
It would be. And Nick, does this inspire you more? When you're kicking goals, does that confidence comes into play? Does it make you want to push even more and harder in regards to all, creating art?
Oh yeah, definitely. Seeing like the support for the cover and all this feedback from the community really motivates me to just keep creating, because that's like the feedback and that response is what pushes me to create every day. Definitely.
That's amazing. And now, Nick, the other question that I really wanted to ask you is: are you working on anything in the background? That you can drop us some alpha, dude.
Yeah, so I'm actually working on an NFT project of my own right now, that kind of takes all my styles, I think, and combines them into something. I can't speak much on it,
Yeah.
but soon we're going to be revealing some teasers and promotional stuff for that. But pretty much at its core, I think this project is going to be something where if you're a fan of my art, you get amazing art, and if you're a fan of projects with utility and stuff that you actually receive and benefits, you get that as well. So I'm really trying to make something. I've been spending the past few months working with a team, and it's still going to take, I don't know, we're probably aiming to release sometime in April. If we can. I mean, we're still in the early planning phases of this project, but I'm really excited to show people some previews. And a lot of people have asked me to make like an NFT project the past few months, but I was like, I don't know if it's the right time. But I finally found something that I'm passionate about, and something that I think will turn out really cool. I'm really excited to release that project. So
Man, I can't wait to see it, man. That's gonna be dope. Like, for us looking at all of the work that you've done here, you just keep getting better and better, man. And I just can't wait to see what's happening. Nick, just the last couple of questions I really want to ask you, dude, is for a person who's starting in this industry and, share some wisdom with them. What would you advise them to do?
I'd say create what your heart wants you to create. If you have a passion for something, create that. I know I struggled with in the beginning. I had a few pieces that did super well, and then I wanted to stick to that style because it would do well and get a lot of likes and shares. But I became unhappy with the work I was creating just because I was creating it only for the fact that it was doing well. And once I sort of broke out of that and created what I wanted to create, I noticed that not only was I happier, but it was kind of like they did better because it was something I actually wanted to create, and you could see the passion through the artwork. And that'll just drive you as an artist. I think that's one of the most important things, just to create what you want to create, regardless of the response.
And that's so mature of you, man. Being 18 years old and thinking like that, man, hats off to you, dude. That's amazing. That's amazing word of wisdom there, guys. Nick, in saying that, it's very important that I think something you've highlighted very important there, doing something that you love, because then it doesn't feel like a job anymore. It's just,
Exactly.
yeah. So, I really resonate what you just said there, man. I definitely do resonate with what you're saying there. Nick, thank you so much. This is all I wanted to do. I just wanted to come on and ask you all these questions so people get to know you, because when I discovered your artwork and then me, doing all the back work checks and everything, I was like, man, I really need to get in contact with this guy. I really want to see what he has to say. Guys, give him a share, give him a like there. Follow all his work. Nick, is there any way of us to look in OpenSea for your work, dude?
Yeah. So unfortunately, my foundation is sold out at the moment, but I have a little bit of a wrapper collection where a few of my older artworks, I listed them up on OpenSea. So those are actually the only available pieces right now. But yeah, I can link that for sure. And I
Yeah,
really appreciate you having me on. I'm glad we could connect.
no, thank you so much, Nick. Thank you. All the best, my friend. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching again. Stay tuned. See you soon. Bye.